Welcome back to another episode of Door Kickers 2 Task Force North, where we've been using realistic CQB tactics and military doctrine to play this game, Door Kickers 2 Task Force North. Today we're taking a look at yet another episode in the Extreme Rescues campaign. But before we get started, today I'm really excited to welcome a brand new sponsor to the channel. Opera GX is the first internet web browser designed specifically with the gamers in mind. To be honest with you guys, it's become my everyday browser. Yes, it's replaced Chrome, it's replaced Internet Explorer, it's even replaced Firefox as my go-to browser, and I'm using this thing every single day. I love it because whenever I launch it, I can customize its appearance and I can get exactly the look and the feel that I want. And after I customize the appearance, I can dial into the app and customize what I see on the landing page. So I get all the deals that I want aggregated and all the news that I want to see right when I launch. When that's all said and done, I can customize the performance. So it's only chewing up as much of my RAM and as much as my CPU usage as I allow it to do. It also has a built-in ad blocker, and it integrates great with my social media, specifically my Instagram, my Twitter, and my Discord, which is where I use it the most. This is a completely free app. It is perfect for gamers. I promise you guys, you're gonna love it. And you can get it if you just go down to the description and click on the link below. It's also pinned at the top of the comment section. I really appreciate each of you guys who do that. It supports the channel, and you're gonna love this browser. Okay guys, this mission looks hard, like really hard. I actually already selected my kits, and I've kind of thrown the assaulters out here, but I want to talk you through my plan, and I want to talk you through some analysis of this map and the challenge that we face. So first of all, this is the Extreme Rescues campaign, and as you would imagine, we are facing another hostage rescue scenario. So far, we see 4 hostages total. I've got 2 guys on their knees over here, 2 guys on their knees over here. We wouldn't be able to see them except for the live video feed that's being provided by the camera here and the camera here. That live video feed also shows us in its peripheral an executioner here and an executioner also seen here. Of note, the executioner here is tied to a game mechanic that is a timer. So I have 6 seconds. 6 seconds, guys. 6 seconds before these 2 hostages get executed. The mission's to rescue them before that happens, of course, because we've got executioners on the map. The moment these executioners detect that there's a threat, that there's a risk of them being compromised, there's a risk of these hostages being saved, as soon as they detect that, they're going to engage, destroy, and kill my hostages. So then the question is, how do I get to these hostages? How do I save them before they get destroyed, before they get assassinated, before they get executed by these executioners? How do I clear out the map of all the hostiles? Then how do I get these hostages, once I rescue them, all the way over here to one of these exits, this exit right here? How do I get all of them over there? This is a tough one. This is a really tough one. So I went 2 assaulters up top. Everyone is quiet today. I've told them to stay quiet already, and I've given everybody an MP5 SD6, which is a subsonic 9mm submachine gun, so they'll be quiet. All their secondary weapons are a suppressed Beretta M9, not the best pistol in the world, but the only quiet one we've got. We've got a mix of flashbangs, hand grenades, wall charges, and door charges, as well as a dynamic hammer to give us a mechanical breaching option spread across our 4 assaulters. I got 2 guys up top. These guys are gonna beeline it, I think, as fast as we can and as quietly as we can to get around this corner and kill this executioner. Once that's done, and kind of simultaneously, I'm gonna use these assaulters, I think, to go explosive here or here. I gotta kind of make that decision on the fly here in a second. And get us inside, kill this executioner and this executioner, and then somehow, some way, I'm gonna, I think, end up actually having to do a clearance here, and I think I'm also gonna have to end up doing a clearance here, so that I can clear a path to get these 2 hostages all the way to that exfil zone. So let's go ahead and start playing and get this thing done. At the end of this episode, you'll see a full replay if you want to see this thing go down sweet and smooth, at least hopefully sweet and smooth. You'll find that replay at the end, but let's get started. So up top, again, I've got a wall charge option. I've got a door charge option. My first concern, of course, is as I come around this corner, this entire linear danger area, this fatal funnel, if you will, may very well contain enemy combatants. So that means as I turn this corner, I want my guy to have his gun up and be prepared to engage, but I also want him hauling ass to get a gun on this executioner. So I'm going to allow him to turn the corner and walk up until this point. At this point, I want him to sprint, and then right here, yeah, I think right here, I'm going to turn that sprint back off. And from the moment he starts moving, I want him to pie deep, and then as soon as this is done, I want him to pie this corner, looking for an opportunity to engage that executioner. His 2-man is going to have a similar path. I'm going to keep it kind of parallel so we can open up sectors of fire, except he's going to go opposite, and he'll end up turning this way. And then I think we'll end up coming deep initially just to kind of get us a nice little L shape and open up sectors of fire in this courtyard, and then we'll end up collapsing back to this door. But as our 2-man here, Philly turns this corner. I'm going to allow him to walk as well. I want him to also move into a sprint here. His initial walk, I also want him to pie deep. He's going to sprint to roughly the same spot. He's going to stop his sprint here, and then I'm going to want him start to check his corner. So first thing he's going to do is check that corner, check this corner, and then he's going to collapse his corner on down. And then when it's all said and done, I want him holding this corner. And while he holds that corner, he's probably going to end up kind of coming back this way and doing this number. And from that point, he'll be able to hold this door and hold this edge, while with our number 1-man drummer, he moves over here and secures these hostages, making sure they're well taken care of. While all that craziness is going on, I got a decision to make over here, because this isn't technically a time crunch. We don't have a clock necessarily, but I think, want to give myself some options. And the first decision I have to make is, like, I know that there's probably no bad guys over here. I see this map V, which indicates to me that that's how we kind of got to this location, potentially. And perhaps then it's safe for me to assume that there's no bad guys in this dead space, which means I can kind of do an about face, maybe put a wall charge right there and go dynamic through that explosive breach. The other option, which gives me better geometry, is to come around this corner and put a wall charge right here, which would kill this dude who's a grunt insurgent who also has an RPG 26, which makes him a big threat. The challenge, of course, with coming through this is it's going to open up geometry from this window. And of course, if I turn this corner, it's going to open me up to any enemy who can look down this long axis. So the safer bet, I think, is up top. Of note, as I do open up this breach up top, I am going to be exposed to this window, and I will also be exposed potentially to this window. And it also gives me a tougher shot across hostages to this guy, but an easy shot on this guy. It doesn't make any of this easy by any means, but we're gonna do our best to make it work. And we're gonna end up. It looks like, I wonder if I can move this up any further. Now that's as high as I can go with it. We're going to sprint up there, hold this corner. I think this is about as good as we can do. First big challenge we got, and we are going to try and stay quiet here, folks. First big challenge is going to be this little assault here. Simultaneously, we're going to be going explosives over there. Let's see how this thing develops. I'm going to take it slow. Lots of pauses on this one to make sure we get it right. I want to try to get as close to a flawless run as we possibly can, given the extraordinary circumstances that we face in this level. Here we go. Okay, so we turn this first corner. Good news. I don't see any bad guys here at all. That means as we hit these nodes, we're going to start hustling around this corner. Everything so far, at least, appears to be going to plan. Over here, still looking pretty good. We're going explosive right there, getting that wall charge ready to go. Sprinting over here. We just picked up the pace. We're in that sprint now. Back to walking.
Time to say good.
First engagement was successful. Rest of this courtyard already appears to be clear visually. What I'm going to do is immediately transition back to pulling security on this door in this corner. And then over here, just double stack. I don't think I'm going to interact with these hostages quite yet. I don't want to bring them with me. I want to keep them safe right where they are. And I'm going to start working my way probably through here while also maintaining security there. So let's go ahead and do this number. Dangerous move here. Dangerous, dangerous move. Lots of decisions to make here. I'm going to try and stay quiet. I am. Open breach. So far, we're still quiet. Now the challenge is, I just knocked out a suicide bomber, so now I know it's about to get super, super freaking dangerous in here. I've killed additional insurgent in here. We're still quiet. We're still undetected so far as we know, But because this breach is now open and we had one person response, I do feel obligated to now get inside here. The problem is I feel obligated equally to hold security on this angle. So this looks like it's going to end up being a one-man clear. I'm going to continue to kind of let the situation develop here. The benefit I have is if at any point I get compromised, now that I've got this wall charge here, I can blow it. That's going to stun this executioner and allow me to get in here, even if it's incredibly dangerous when I end up being forced to do it. And this guy, I'm going to go ahead and tell him he doesn't have to be quiet anymore as he moves.
They're here!
Compromised. Who hollered? Where'd that come from? I didn't hear it. I don't know, folks. I heard the "you are here," but I don't know where it came from. Okay, we're looking good here. I think let's go ahead and push deep. Maintain security there. I think this number is the right move. This boy doesn't have to be quiet either. Continuing to pie these corners. Continuing to pie these corners. All right, this room is now clear. I think because this guy, how many rounds do you got left, bro? He's 13 of 30, so he needs to do attack mad change. I'm going to move him back here. Pull security right here while he does it. He's going to go ahead and attack reload there. We're going to go ahead and push deep. I'm trying to solve one problem at a time here, guys. I'm feeling reasonably confident about this situation here. I'm going to go ahead and get the security on this door. I'm going to clear the rest of this courtyard. Okay, I feel okay there. I feel okay. All right. With that all in mind, we're going to open this door quietly. Move to and stack here. Maintain security there. Okay, here we go. I'm maintaining this explosive breach as my alternate. I still think this is the more dangerous plan, but I do have it available to me if at any point I feel the need to go simultaneous. I can go simo through here, and I also retain the flexibility to try to do a surreptitious quiet clearance through here to get to my hostage, which is kind of what I'm aiming for right now. So I think here what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and open this door and back off. I'm going to put this assaulter in a position to do this all together. So I've tied the opening of this door is now tied to the go code of alpha, as is the pieing sequence that will immediately follow it. So here we go.
Alpha, go.
Okay, we're loud now. I say we're loud. We're still technically uncompromised. I don't think we've taken any direct fire. I am becoming more concerned based off of the range of these engagements and the amount of dead space left in here and in here. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and plan a dynamic entry here. We all know the deal. These guys are each going to button hook, just given the geometry of this room. And then immediately move to and kind of restack on the next threshold. How are we looking on ammunition so far? 24 of 30, 14 of 30. I'm going to do attack reload right here. Path of least resistance for our first assaulter. He's going to be eyes on door the whole time. Number 2 assaulter is going to push forward. He's going to cover his buddy and then transition to check this dead space. When that's all said and done, he'll restack, thinking about the door. All right. Things are about to get complicated. See this door handle right here? The door handle's on the left side as observed from our assaulters. That means we want to stack over here. We can't. There's an obstacle in the way. It kind of forces us into this little fatal funnel. Doesn't make a breaching option very ideal. Makes me think it might be time to start considering going explosive. Of course, I could still attempt a surreptitious entry. It just makes me consider it like it looks like it's going to be a low odds option. I kind of want to try it, though. I got an L-shaped room, multiple open breaches. The good news is if it goes sideways, I do have the luxury of having this explosive charge ready. So if we do go surreptitious here, that means I'm banking on this door being unlocked. It appears to be so. I'm going to, with a 2-man entry team, take a long wall but stop short of this threshold, clearing as much of this room as I possibly can. 2-man will take this wall. Yeah, let's go ahead and try it, man. Let's just try it. The challenge is the number 1 man is going to be in a lot of risk. A lot of risk. In fact, I think I'm going to stop him even shorter. I'm going to stop him right there. And we're going to open this door instead of kick it. We all know the deal. And I'm going to get this 2-man way closer, like right here. And then from here, he'll button hook. And the problem is if I button hook him, that's going to open him up. Yeah, we got to push even further. We got to push right there to pull wingman for our buddy. And then the 2-man here. Yeah, I think that's the play. And then when we get up here, we might have the luxury of even moving forward to try and take out this executioner. I think that's the play. Here we go.
Alpha, go.
All right, so that executioner did move to the sounds of the gun. We're going to go ahead and I think we're going to end up going dynamic here. So what let's do is let's go ahead and tie this to the go code alpha. Also on alpha, we're going to enter and clear left. And we are going to... this barricaded shooter is going to be a colossal pain in the ass. Man, decision point. What I should have done is earlier when I had deemed that this corridor was cleared, I should have moved down here and put a wall shot there, and I never did. That was stupid. And now I know I've got an executioner coming this way, which means this guy is going to cause a compromise here in just a second. And this door is about to be breached. You know what? Here's what we do. We're going to blow this open, and then from the open breach, we'll bang deep. If he begins to threaten our hostages, we'll transition immediately to him. The hostages are going to be in a freaking hell of a lot of risk whenever we do this. Unfortunately, I think that it is also the right move. So let's go ahead and put this bang right here. I think this is the right move. I do. All right, here we go.
Alpha, go.
I got one more insurgent dead here. We got a barricaded shooter who is engaging. It looks like we've got a dead freaking hostage. That's enormously frustrating. Maybe we don't. Maybe we don't. Maybe we don't. There we go. Let's go. Last room still open. Both of our hostages appear to still be alive. That was a 3-star, folks. 1 minute, 9 seconds. Clean run. That was enormously challenging. Hell of a thinking man's game, that one was. A lot of good tactical decision making that you had to kind of work through, so I really enjoyed it. Yeah, man. Whew. Let's see how she looked. Look at all that scribble. Look at it. All right, let's hide this. We'll toggle cinematic mode. I might have to play this one through a couple times to see all of the good stuff. First thing we're going to do is just watch it all the way through clean. 1 second left. That's as close as it gets there.
They're here!
Hell yeah. Fall back. Get that reload in, boys. Let's go. Everything looks good. Move up parallel to each other. Good buddy coverage. Clear the rest of that corridor out. Corridor's clear. Collapse. Quietly open that door. Hold security on the threshold. Cross coverage. Prep to breach.
Alpha, go.
Quiet breach. Deep engagement. Pie it off. Lots of pieing. Dynamic entry. Get your corners clear. One more engagement. How we doing on ammo? Get that mag change in there. Let's go. Swing around. Check the dead space. There you go. Transition. This is the
Alpha,
tough one.
Go. Alpha, go.
That's why you get paid the big bucks. Dudes, if you enjoyed this gameplay and you haven't yet subscribed to the channel, please do so now. I play a ton of tactical games, both first-person and strategic top-down stuff like this. Appreciate your support. If you don't own Door Kickers, you can grab a copy from my game store, which is listed below. And remember, check out Opera. That browser's dope. You guys are going to love it. It's free, and it supports the channel. I'm Controlled Pairs, and I play the most immersive tactical shooters and combat sims in the world. This is Door Kickers 2 Task Force North, and I'll see you in the next one.